What's up, everyone? Back for another Whodunit Beer review, and today's beer comes courtesy, once again, of a good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Caleb. So huge thanks to him for this beer. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Caleb sent my way. And this is actually the last beer, period, of the box that he sent my way. I've had a great time reviewing all the beers from Caleb, and the Whodunit beers have been fun because the first two, I pretty much did great jobs on. The first one I almost nailed, and the second one, I nailed the adjunct and the base beer, off on the ABV and the other adjunct a little bit, but basically, I did really well on both of my thoughts. So this is the third and final Whodunit beer that Caleb sent to me. And yeah, we'll see what it has to offer. I'm hoping that A, it's delicious, and B, that I do a good job on it. So if you're unfamiliar with what Whodunit beer reviews are, they're basically blind/mystery beer reviews where somebody will wrap up and conceal a beer, like Caleb did with this one. They will then either send or give me said beer, and I'll review it like I do any other beer on my channel, with the lone exception being I have no idea what the beer is. So at the end of the review, I try to guess the beer style, its ABV, and if I'm feeling good enough, I try to guess the exact beer itself, although that is very rare. And then I will rate the beer before revealing it to both you and myself. So yeah, what do we know about this one? Another 16-ounce can. And yeah, it was sent to me by Caleb. He resides in the state of Maine. And at the time of review, this can is at the very least about 3.5 months old, because he sent me the beer mail back in late May. We are now in early September. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. At least 3.5 months old. Could be older. Could be a can from his cellar. Could be a can that he bought 3 months beforehand. Who knows? We have no idea. Now, the one thing I will say about this one is kind of moving a little bit. Like, see here, it's not, I won't say ripped on the back, but a little bit. And I can see through it. Like, I can see, like, I think it's orange and red. I have no idea. So I can't tell anything based on the label. All I know is that the paper towel or napkin or whatever he's using, starting to kind of fade away a little bit. So I'm glad I'm reviewing this now. So we got the Treehouse Tiku, and we got this. Now, this has been out of the fridge for about a half an hour. I don't know what the style is, obviously, so I don't know what temperature serve it at. It's probably gonna be around 45 to 50, maybe a bit cool if it's like a big beer. If it's like a lager, like a IPA or something, we should be fine, but I guess we'll see. Let me do a little roll, because I have no idea what this beer is, obviously, so it might need to be rolled. It might not need to be rolled. Who knows? Maybe I'll open this and explode everywhere, and I'll look like a fool. We'll see. Let's crack this one open. Okay, so what do we got? I think it looks a little bit lighter. Yeah, okay. You know what this looks like right now? I'm just pouring it. It looks like an oxidized IPA. Honestly, that's what it looks like. So Caleb has his name on the thing. We'll put it like that. That's what it looks like. Some kind of oxidized IPA. Pours out this really deep burnt orange color. Almost has like red tinges in there. Has about a finger and a half of this off-white tan colored head. Yeah, off-white, more leaning towards tan, but definitely off-white for sure. Had some, you know, decent sized bubbles, bigger and smaller, looking a little soap sudsy, but dissipating a little bit. Very murky and turbid. Yeah, I don't know what that, I want to say that looks like an oxidized IPA, but might not even be the style. Anyway, let's get a nose on it. Smells like there's some kind of fruit in here. I'm gonna say citrus, like grapefruit, orange. Yeah, something of that nature. Definitely, I feel like there has to be a fruit addition here based on the nose. Maybe guava? It's very acidic, the nose. I can't tell you what the base beer is based on the nose. It seems to be a hop presence here, like a little bit of like a citrus leaning hop kind of presence. Like a little bit of like a caramel bready malt. Yeah, but it smells like there's some kind of citrus in here for sure. But outside of that, making my mouth water. It smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers to everybody. Thanks again, Caleb. Okay, I say this a lot. Right off the rip, I have no idea what the fuck this style is. I don't know what's in here. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna look like an ass at the end of this. I have a feeling I'm gonna look like an ass. So it definitely seems to have like a a bigger alcohol presence, but not crazy. So I'm going to say alcohol-wise is like 7.5%, 8%, maybe a little higher, maybe closer to 9, somewhere in that range, like 8 or 9. There definitely tastes like there's some kind of citrus component or some kind of juicy fruit component to this one. Tangerine, orange, grapefruit, definitely heavy on the citrus. Could be stone fruit. Let's go body on this one. Body on this one's like higher side of medium, lower side of full. It's something that is telling me this is like 8 or 9%. My stomach has a warming in it. My chest definitely seems like a higher beer to me. But I could not for the life of you tell you what the base of this beer is right now. Okay, so on the palate up front, I'm hit with those juicy fruits. Tangerine, grapefruit, citrus, a little bit of like a guava, mango type of thing. There has to be citrus or stone fruits in here. It just feels that way to me. It doesn't have like the guava or passion fruit, like kind of like sourness or tartness you would get from those beers. Or just say from those fruits. So I'm leaning more towards like the citrus side of things. So let me try to go through this because it's fucking with my mind, honestly. Right up front, all those juicy, sweet fruits. Pass through the palate. There's a slight tart, acidic kind of vibe, which again leads me to believe there's some kind of fruit in here. Then a bitterness hits, and it's like this nice resinous pine, earthy kind of bitterness that I would believe would be coming from hops. I think he's fucking with me on this one. Just trying, like, I don't know. I don't feel like this is going to be something that's very common. Like, this is, I'm not going to pop this open and be like, oh, it's a double IPA. No, it's not going to be something like that. The base of this one, I would want to say that this is like a double IPA or maybe a triple that is brewed with some kind of citrus or stone fruits. But I'm not honestly getting a lot of hop character. Again, this beer is at the very least 3.5 months old, so it could be even older than that. And that's the case. The hops probably have dissipated a bit, but you know how American barley wines can sometimes turn into triple IPAs depending on how hop forward they are, how much malt's being used, how much malt character you get. To me, this is leaning towards like an American barley wine that has kind of some kind of fruit to it, but or like a double or triple IPA that just is more malt forward. It's kind of giving me that kind of feeling. I don't think this is like some kind of like Saison or Imperial. I'm trying to think of like beers that would look like this. Imperial Blonde Ale with fruit in it. I don't think it's a wheat beer. A wheat wine, maybe? I'm fucking struggling. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm at a kind of a loss here. My guess, I'm going to say this is a double, triple IPA, somewhere in that range. I'm going to say it's, now I'm drinking on it and I'm feeling, I think this is like closer to 10. I'm going to say 9%. A double or a triple IPA where the hop character has fallen off quite a bit and the malt's coming to the forefront. So a malty, double or triple IPA, we'll say 9%. And I do believe there is some kind of citrus fruit in here. If I had to guess, I'd say tangerine, blood orange, something like that, or some kind of stone fruits. Thinking like an apricot. I said guava, but I don't think so. I gotta lock something in. Let me take a couple more. So let me fucking, I never do. Let me pour the rest in here. Let's not be a nub. Let's see. What's this? I'm getting vanilla now. This is seeing a little bit of oak, maybe, not maybe barrel. I honestly have no fucking idea. The look of it is crazy. This would scream like I said, oxidized big triple IPA or like a lighter barley wine, something like that. Especially if you're using fruit, but. You know what, fuck it. I don't care how wrong I'm being. I'm going to say double/triple IPA. I'm not going to say either or because it's in the either, like triple IPAs don't technically exist, right? But I'm going to say some kind of, we'll go imperial. It's an imperial IPA, 9%, brewed with either tangerine or blood orange, maybe a combination. If it is like a fucking barley wine or a wheat wine or something like that, I don't know. I definitely feel the alcohol. I'm going to say 9%. But yeah, I don't know. This one's fucking weird to me. I can't really pinpoint what it is. Rating on this one, I'd give it like a low 4 out of 5. I'd go like 3.9 out of 5. It's good. I'd like that, what I think is a fruit addition. And it's very enjoyable, very easy to drink. Like I said, the alcohol, you can feel it in the chest and whatnot, not in the palate. But I don't know what the base is. Like, once I open this up, if it's something completely weird, like a different style that I didn't even mention or anything, it's be fucking odd. But that's what I'm going to lock in. I'm going to lock in like a big Imperial IPA, 9%, and I think there's like tangerine and blood orange. If it's higher than 9%, fucking kudos to them. If it's lower, damn, I can definitely feel the alcohol, so that's kind of crazy. Watch it be some fucking weird style that I've never had before, or a style that just didn't click with my brain because I'm an idiot. Anyway, we're going to crack this one open and see how wrong I am. So again, Imperial IPA, 9%, I believe tangerine and or blood orange. We'll just say citrus vibes, but let's be a little bit more specific. Okay, let's see, fucking, okay, yeah, oh, wow, okay. Kind of right, kind of wrong, but not bad. So we have from Mass Landing and Garrison City collaboration beer, Super Hawaiian Party Crasher Triple IPA, brewed with pineapples, tangerines, cherries, and lactose. So I pretty much nailed the style. I said Imperial IPA. I didn't want to say double or triple because, again, I've seen so many, like Other Half, for example. I drink a lot of Other Half. They don't call any of their fucking 10.5% IPAs triple. They call them Imperial. I thought this was 9%. We're going to see what this actually is, ABV. Or not. 10% ABV, canned on 3/20/20. So at the time of this review, this is just under 6 months old. So, again, I think I did pretty fucking good. I said it was an Imperial IPA at 9%. It's an triple IPA at 10%, so off by 1%, but close. Brewed with pineapples, tangerines, cherries, and lactose. Did not say pineapples, did not say cherries. Lactose, I just assume nowadays so many Imperial IPAs and double IPAs and whatnot have lactose in them. So many breweries use them and don't say anything. So I didn't pick up on that. I didn't think I would. The pineapples and cherries, I did not get either one, honestly. That tangerine, I said blood orange. That tangerine is the most distinct flavor in here. Yeah, tangerines all day. Like I said, tangerine, blood orange. Definitely heavy citrus vibes. Pineapple and cherries, no. Lactose, sure, it's just helping out the sweetness. But I don't really consider that anything like... I mean, I could have said it. But again, so many beers like this have lactose, and it just adds to the body and mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is pretty soft in this one, pretty creamy. It seems a little bit undercarb. Yeah, pretty undercarb. It's sweet, but not overly so. I think the alcohol kind of helps in that situation, but it is definitely sweeter. But Super Hawaiian Party Crasher, Triple IPA, 9%, or what do I say, 10%? It was on the bottom, right? What the fuck am I looking at? Yeah, 10%. So, did I nail it? No. Did I do a pretty good job? I think so. I said it was an Imperial IPA with either tangerines or blood oranges, so I think I did pretty well. It's an Imperial IPA or triple IPA that has tangerines, pineapple, cherries, and lactose. Missed on the pineapples and cherries, but honestly, I do not get pineapples, and I do not get cherries in this one. I think age has something to do with that. You know, I'm talking almost 6 months old. No, it's just heavy on the fucking citrus. It's good, though. Did I rate it? Yeah, I did. I gave it a 3.9. Yeah, 3.9 out of 5, I think, is a fair score. I think fresh, maybe the Perry's, I was going to say, combined pineapple and cherries, because fucking moron. But I think the pineapple and the cherry might, you know, pop a little bit more with this being fresh. But the tangerine is just overriding everything for my palate. Like, that's the first thing I told you. Like, I said guava, but then I was like, tangerine, blood orange. Huge citrus vibes of this one. So, yeah. I said Imperial IPA, 9%. With tangerine or blood orange. Instead, it's a triple IPA, 10% tangerines, but also cherries and pineapple. I'll give myself like a 4 out of 5. I think I did pretty good. Didn't completely nail it, but I'm happy. I was within 1% of the ABV. Pretty much nailed the style, and I got one of the 3 fruits they added in there. Lactose, like I said, when it comes to lactose, more often than not, like I said, I expect beers to have lactose, especially like double and triple IPAs. So many of them use it now for the mouthfeel, for the creamy sensation, just helping out. So when a beer specifically puts it on it and it's already a triple IPA, to me, it's just like, that I probably wouldn't have mentioned that. The only time I ever mention lactose is if I get a distinct vanilla character, because lactose a lot of times does that for me. But outside of that, I just never think to say it just because body and mouthfeel, just it'd be like saying there's probably some oats in here or like torrefied wheat or something like that, right? But I would never say that just because I'm on the assumption a lot of breweries use it. So yeah, I think I did an okay job. I think I did a solid job. I didn't nail it. I didn't do an amazing job, but I'm pretty fucking happy with how I did. So again, that was Super Hawaiian Party Crasher, triple IPA brewed with pineapples, tangerines, cherries, and lactose, 10%. Sent to me by Caleb. I gave it a 3.9 out of 5, pretty good. And considering that, this can is, like 5.5 weeks old or 5.5 months old, it held up pretty well. Again, cherries and pineapple kind of have fallen off, but the base beer is there. Not as probably hop forward as it once was, but I still think it's pretty damn good. Now, if I would have drank this one when he sent it to me in May and it was a couple months old, probably a completely different ball game. But as is, I have to do the Whodunit review based on what I'm drinking. What I'm drinking is an almost 6-month-old triple IPA with 3 different fruits and lactose. And I nailed one of the fruits. I pretty much nailed the base style, and I'm happy with it. But let me know what you think, or how you think I did with this one, because I think I did a pretty good job, but, could have done better. Overall, though, all the beers that Caleb sent to me, they're pretty damn good, and they were fun, and I did a pretty good job with them, so I'm pretty happy overall with the Whodunit beers that Caleb sent to me. So huge thanks to Caleb once again for this one. Caleb, if you want to post what the cost of this one is, the price point, and the availability, what it was back in March when this one was released, I would love to know. I would imagine this is probably $5, $6 a can, probably like $22 a 4-pack, something like that. But yeah, a lot of fun. Another Mass Landing beer too, and Garrison City, never had anything from them. Does it say where Garrison City's from? Now it just says that this one was brewed at Mass Landing in Westbrook. But yeah, if anyone out there has had this one before, let me know what you think about it. And appreciate Caleb sending this one my way. Thanks to everybody stopping by. Another Whodunit beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Like I said, with this beer, very citrus forward. Definitely could tell it was an Imperial IPA, or that's at least the feeling I got. I was kind of confused, but it's the only thing that made sense to me. Definitely feel the warming in my chest. It does drink like a 10% beer. I said 9, so bigger beer. It's nothing crazy at this point, so if you see this on the shelves or if they still have cans of it, probably highly doubtful with any of that. This is not one that I would expect a lot from going into it, knowing the age, but as is when I'm drinking, it's still pretty damn solid beer. So thanks everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers. Oh yeah, that was the last Whodunit, so maybe no more in the near future. Maybe we'll have some. Who knows? Keep an eye out. Cheers.